Hey there, I'm Koth Hebo, and this is Old Dude Plays Minecraft. I am talking to you today from southern Idaho, and it is horrible here. We've had fires, and the air quality here is just atrocious, so I'm glad to be inside. You can see here that I'm moving some things around, grabbing some materials out of where I've been sieving, and I'm going to put them back over here with the rest of it. Grab some things to smelt. This is nickel. I'm really not going to need it for a long time, but I want to just get some of it out of the way while I can. Okay, let's put it in there and it will go through. Come over here and dump some of my magical crops stuff. And I've got 47 minicio. I need 64 to make the next thing that I need. So it'll be a bit before I can do that. There's nothing over there. Okay. I'm in an odd stage of this where got a lot of things I'm trying to build and get working, and I just don't quite have the materials and whatnot. You saw I grabbed that stuff out of the alloy smelter. This is going to make my first energy conduit. Now, this is not a good energy conduit. It only holds 640 whatever it is, which really is not enough for when I get a bunch of machines going, but it's enough to get started, and I need it to get started. So I'm going to make a not liquid, it's fluid. Yeah, go ahead, fluid. A fluid transposer. What this does is this takes the lava that I'm making, and you saw it in the tank over there, and it's going to put it into buckets, which then can be put into stirling generators to make my energy. And again, this is not the very best, but it's going to work. And I'm short redstone. At this stage of the game, I'm always short of redstone. So I'm going to have to. Let's get that out. Let's make I'm gonna need some more trees. Wow, I'm really kind of all over the place here today. I'm sorry. Okay, let's pop up. Let's take down some trees. I'm going to take down these rubber trees first. And again, most of the reason I do this is the wood makes great charcoal because it's really good for nothing else, and the rubber makes for torches and so forth. Also, I'm going to need it to make some of my machines, and we'll see that in here in a bit. Okay, let's take this down, and then put our saplings. Why is that wood there? I'll bet you I am out of inventory. So let's run this out. Check the inventory. Yep, I'm out of room. Okay, I can get a little bit, but not much. And not all of it. Okay, so let's go dump this and get what I'm looking for. Of course, the leaves here are going to make me some more dirt. I need a lot more dirt. I have a lot more farms to go. So this will get that going. Okay, that's good stuff. Pop back up and grab that wood. Again, I admit that I'm really kind of OCD about this. I just can't leave anything behind like that, even though it's not that valuable, but it is. So, okay. Now let's put the rubber saplings over here. Put the rubber wood and the rubber here. Okay, we've got a few things here again. So let's don't do that. That is not helpful. Okay, I was going to take this, and I am going to make some more loot bags. Okay. Speed through that. I'm making my sticks. I'm putting my sticks into the loot recycler, getting a bunch of bags. grab the bags out and open them up, and let's see what we got. What I'm looking for is I'm looking for materials to make other conduits. It's going to be a while before I get everything I need. There's some right there. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Get some of these other items out of the way. It's really funny with loot bags. Sometimes you get what you're looking for quick, and other times it seems like it takes forever. So in this round, I've been pretty lucky. This stuff's coming out here pretty good. Keep going through the bags, getting stuff out. Some good, some not so good. Okay, dump what I've got here. Not bad at all. And then put that up there, put the coal over there, and then put these items back into the recycler. Got another bag. Oh, look at that. What a great haul. What a great haul. Okay. Awesome. Okay, let's go dump the iron chest plate into there to smelt down to iron. Okay, things are looking a little better here. Let's grab one of these and get more. I'm going to need to make more of that binder here pretty quick. And then I'm going to... What in the world? Okay, I'm taking these down because I'm going to move them now to a more permanent location. I need item conduits to do this. I'm also going to need some chests. I'm going to need 6 chests, so let's get those real quick. Okay, that's better. Okay, now I've got my conduit and my furnaces, and I've got a place to do all this. So let me get set here. 4, 5. We're going to put up the furnaces. Getting the angle on this is hard sometimes because otherwise the torches wind up, or the furnaces wind up facing oddly. Okay, let's put the first 2 chests over here. Item conduits. Try really hard not to step off the edge of the material, off the edge of this floor. It's a long fall. 3, 4, and 1. Then we'll put chests under that. Okay, very good. Now let's do the conduits out of the bottom. And you'll see what these are for as I set them up for what they're supposed to do. Okay. I don't need that one. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? No. Take that down. And we'll see why that one is sticking out there later. Okay. Now, this chest here is going to accept materials out of the furnaces. So you can see that I set it to insert, and all these are to extract. Okay, now I have to deal with all the ones on the top and the back. The top ones are the materials to be smelted or furnaced, smelted, and then the back is for the fuel for the furnaces. So I'm going to go up in here top. All these are inserts. Takes a little while to set this up, but it's so worth it because it's going to save me a ton of time. Now this one here is an extract. This one here, I don't need it at all. Disable it. Then here, insert. 3 more inserts. And then an extract. Okay. Good start. Can jump down again. You see why I like the clear, quite clear glass. Okay, that's it for day 33. We are coming into day 34. Okay, this is all set. let me put this charcoal in here, and what that'll do is that'll start feeding. I'm going to get this rubber, and it's going to make more charcoal, or this rubber wood. So I've got it seeing to move things around a bit, see where I'm at. Okay, I'm not going to need any more charcoal here. So let's grab it, or some of it, and put it over here. Okay, that will fully engage now, and you can see that it hasn't made it down that far yet, but it's going to. Smoke is definitely affecting me today. And you can see stuff is coming out. Now I'm going to move the stone over here because I just want it out of the way. And this is a good place to store it for now because I'm going to be making a whole lot more stone, and I'll just grab it out of there as I need it. Okay, hungry. Very good. Okay. Now over here, that thing is cruising along. I did get some more redstone. Redstone's very helpful at this point. Let's drop that. Let's get the pieces I need. Iron. And then a machine thing. I can never remember what this stuff is called. I've always had this problem. I was in construction for years, and I was always forgetting the names of things. And of course, as you changed locations or jobs, people talked about them differently. So it's like foundations, footers, whatever. So anyway, we've got our fluid transposer. So let's go ahead and put it under the tank here. First of all, we change the in and out. On the back is going to be out. Top is going to be in. We'll make the others inactive just to clean it up a little bit. Yep, that worked right just fine. Now, this is where this fluid conduit works, because it doesn't have to be very fast. It just has to be. So set it on extract, and that thing is filling up with lava. Look at that. And we can see the level of the lava is going down in the tanks above. I'm going to put some buckets in this, and nothing's happening because there's no power. I need power. So I'm going to have to come over here, and I'm going to grab 28 of these and turn them into the blocks that I'm going to need to make stirling generators. Now, I've only got 2 redstone over there, so I'm short of what I need. Okay, I'm making my gears. I've got enough stone to make my furnaces, but I don't have what I need to make my pistons. So I'm going to have to come back over here. Let's get this out of the way because the extruder is not producing anything because the chest is full. Back over here. Like I said, at this stage of the game, there's all sorts of things that haven't quite worked out yet to work really well. The extruder is one of them. It's making far more material than I can use. But I'm coming over here now, and I'm getting what I need. I still don't have my redstone. Okay, there's one. I need 4. I've only got 3. So that means I'm going to have to crush material, or at least set it up, because I'm not patient enough to just wait for it. So let's go ahead and run this out, and then use the hammer that I don't have to crush this. Okay, and then we'll run out the gravel, and we will turn it into sand. Turn it into sand, and then turn the sand into dust. So glad when I'm not doing this here in a little bit longer. Okay, so I'm going to put this dust into this. There is another redstone. Yay! Okay. Now I can make my 4 pulverizers, and I can make my 4 stirling generators. So I've got everything I need there. I'm in good shape. Let's make the stirling generators. Boom. Okay, I've got the conduits I'm going to need. Everything else is over here, so we start hooking this up. This is a little bit complicated. And I'm doing this a little bit differently than I've never done it before. I'm gonna try this to see how it works. Okay, I can just put two stirling generators there. I can put 2 more right on top of them. Okay, obviously nothing's happening in those yet because they don't have any materials. So I pop on around and I start getting my conduits. This is how the energy conduits are going to hook up. Energy is going to go into the fluid transposer. It's going to come out of the stirling generators. I don't have to configure those for in and out at all. They just work. Okay, but I do have to do my item conduits now. This gets a little trickier. So I'm going to have item conduits going into the back of these generators, but I need one here, and then I also need one into the top of this. And we'll see what's going on here just a bit. Okay, I'm going to configure these. I do them in and out, and you could follow there what I'm doing. And what this does is this puts my lava buckets in and out of the back of these. Now we go to this sucker here. Now, I usually have to think about this a time or two. As many times as I've done this, I can never remember exactly. Okay, the top is the insert. So I'm going to insert the into that. The extract is at the back. Now I'm going to need 1 bucket of lava to get this whole thing started. So we grab that. We're going to put it into the back of one of these. Boom, it's generating power. And it's working. You can see it's now loading buckets. So I now have a system that turns cobblestone into lava. The lava gets put into buckets, which gets put into stirling generators, which generate power. Okay, power. So what? We need machines that the power is going to run. And those are the next thing we're going to make. So that's all working good. Fine. Checking everything out, make sure that's running. Okay. That winds up with a full bucket waiting to be put in. Very good. Let's go over here and check this. Yeah, we are running out of places to dump our stone. Okay, I need to make some Java chests. Java is just another better barrel application or something. They're pretty cool. So I need to make 4 chests. I've got slabs. I don't have enough wood. So I'm going to have to get more wood. So I make more stone shears. Yeah, I know it's night, but I'm going to go ahead and pop up and get this anyway. Let me take a quick moment. Take this down. Replant. And back down. Go to sleep. Okay, that is the end of day 34. We are headed into day 35. Things are starting to come together. Starting to take the shape of what eventually it's going to look like. So, I've got my chests here and my slabs. Now I put this around it, and you can see I make better barrels. Now, I like better barrels. These things are really good. They can only hold one sort of material, but it works really well. So I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let me go grab some of what I'm going to put into it. I've got my cobblestone here, and that's all I've got room for, but we can put it in here. and then I fill it up, and then I right click on it with the shift held down, and it locks it to just cobblestone. Over here, let me grab some gravel, because I'm not going to run it through here anymore. Gravel will go in the third chest. Let me grab out one because I need a sand. Let's just crush it. Put the gravel in, put the sand in, and lock it. Okay, I have those set up. This is a part of my system where I'm going to be sieving things. So, lovely. Let me grab some more stone out of this just so the extruder can keep going. Okay, that dumps that. Now I need something to start. Well, actually, I need to get rid of this these leaves. They're taking up a lot of room. Man, wow, my sinuses are going crazy today. I'm sorry you have to listen to it, but, well, I guess you don't. You can turn the sound off. Okay. I'm not quite sure why I did that. Okay. It's coming along. Obviously indecisive here. But I'm going to make a sag mill. What a sag mill is a specialized pulverizer. And it's going to have a lot of use here in about another 10 days. But for now, what it's going to do is it's going to crush up cobblestone and take it all the way down to sand. It'll make a little bit of gravel too. But it just saves a step in terms of crushing stuff. Now let me come over here and get this earth stuff. And then run it out, plant it. Come over here to where the fire is. Get it? Good, got another seed. Excuse me. And then, I'm sorry I'm just plowing through this, but I really want to get this video up. Okay, let me take down this minicio. This is going to give me enough to make my next phase of this. That slurping sound is me drinking my coffee, trying to save my throat. My sinuses are full of junk, and it's just great. I've had allergies my whole life. Moving to Idaho, actually went to a allergist who tested me, and he basically said, "You're allergic to Idaho." So it's not the end of the world. There are far worse things. I actually feel pretty blessed. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and plow this because my seeds are going to be around to this quicker than anything. This will get it all hydrolyzed or wet, whatever you want to call it. And so we've got that. Let's go dump this stuff. Don't click on the crafting table, click on the chest. Dingwits. Okay, you can see I now have 64 of the minicio, which is what I need to make my next level. So grab this out, put those up, and then go to the regular infusion stone, and boom, we now have accio. Accio? Yes, accio. Okay, good stuff. So that's going to mean that now I'm going to be able to pull up 3 minicio from each plant instead of just 2. Okay, that's moving along. I'm hungry, let's eat. Okay, I'm still working on my machines over there in the sag mill. So, but I need more redstone to make it work. Wow, why is that so hard to think of? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and sieve some of this. get what we need. We're sieving, I'm receiving the sieving. Not quite getting what I'm looking for, but let's keep going. There it is. That's there. Boom, there it is. By the way, if you haven't seen the movie Project Hail Mary, you need to see it. It is so good. My wife and I have actually seen it 3 times, which is like completely out of the question for us. We just don't do that. Okay, so I'm moving materials over to here because I'm going to be moving that sieve pretty quick. But, see here, got my copper ingot. You know what? I'm still short 1 redstone. Ugh. Okay, let's go ahead and make this machine chassis. Okay, I need 1 more redstone, please. No. No such luck. No such luck. I'm going to go ahead and grab my gunpowder and Certus quartz dust and put them into my loot recycler and see if I can get some redstone from some loot bags. Not always, but sometimes. Might get something else good too. In this case, no, not really. Go ahead and dump the... let me see. Dump this. Put these into here. I should have put the string down below. Put the string down below. Go. Still no redstone. Sometimes you just can't get this. It's one of the reasons why I try to do the full automatic machines. It processes stuff a lot faster, and I don't get held up like this. Let me see here. Gonna need some more dust. Let's go ahead and grab a stack and let's run it out. I'm doing this at 4 times speed. I used to do it at 6, but 6 seemed actually a little too fast. So at least it eats it up a little bit quicker. Okay, we're down to sand. And then we are down to dust. And I need another hammer. That was awkward. Let's go ahead and just put that up there. And it looks like it's time to sleep. That's the end of day 35. Go to day 36. And hopefully I will not expire here. Ah! There's my redstone I need. Good stuff. So we go back to our sag mill, and I need a piston. I don't have my birch wood. So we get this, and there it is. Okay, now, looking at the sag mill, I'm going to need some flint. I'm going to need flint for this and for pulverizer, so just put a stack over here and then run a sag mill. Boom. All right. Woo. That was kind of an ugly transition, but we get there. Okay. Go ahead and do the I/O. Let me see. Do the I/O on this. Top is going to be insert. Back is going to be export. Extract. Let's go ahead and put the item conduits that are going to come out of... let me get my cobblestone first to make sure that's the only thing that gets in here. That's going to be an insert. Extract, 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 and extract. Change those all to that. Now, of course, the problem is nothing is actually being moved yet because there's no power to this box. So it's just sitting there. So we have to get power here. That's what we made this power conduit for, energy conduit. So this is how I do this. It will power that up. Now I'm going to pull materials out of here, and then I'm going to put some of the stuff back into these better barrels. You'll see that working here in a few minutes. Okay, now we go grab the energy conduit. We're going to need this. I've got one down there. I need one here because I need one here to come across. I do it up at this level so I can walk under it easily. And boom, it's running. And so now it is making sand and a little bit of gravel. And that sand and gravel are going right back into the better barrels that are holding the sand and gravel. You see that went from 2 to 3. So that's working. Okay, now I'm going to come over here with a couple more. And then I'm going to take apart this little thing here. Grab the dust out, put it back here. I need my iron pickaxe. We're going to take this out. Let's take conduit, dust, and a chest. Okay, that was all charcoal. I don't need charcoal. Okay, let's put this automatic sieve. Automatic sieve. I like that better. I don't like sieve. It sounds like you're too lazy. Okay, you can see that's powering up nicely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a chest right here. And then I'm going to put my item conduits that would pull from my pulverizers and put things into the sieves. Now right now there's nothing coming over here because it's all going into the better barrels. So I'm going to put the dust in here and it's going to start running. I'm going to put the rest of the dust in here and it will feed out of the chest into this. This is kind of a temporary measure that I use. Now I'm going to extract from the sieve and I'm going to set up some chests to store what comes out. Okay, I need some chests to do this. This one was for charcoal and it can come out. This one was for all sorts of things. Yeah, I got enough room. Boom. I love that explosion with everything coming out of that. I just think it's kind of fun. Okay, let's put this chest up here and then set it to insert. And now you can see it's filling up quickly, but I'm going to go ahead and grab the stuff out of my inventory here and put it up. Good, and that's running much faster than it was before. So that's good stuff. Let's dump this charcoal. I don't know why I've been carrying it around so long. I've got the wood. Now I'm going to move some things around a bit. And then I'm going to move some of this sand, move some of this cobblestone. Put it over here. It will happily wait until it can be used. You can see that the sand is starting to fill up, and so is the gravel a little bit. Power's good. It's running full, running right along. Oh, I love it. Good stuff. Boom, 38. Yeah, there we go. Over here, you can see the dust is running out, so I'm going to need something to make dust. Sag mill is not going to do it. I'm going to need a pulverizer. So let me see. Get the generator. Let's move it over here. Might as well be getting power out of it. I'm going to set this thing down and remove all the I/O. Okay. And good. It's done. Let's put it back here. And then hook it up. Okay, let's change this to 2 more to I in and out. On the insert, change it brown and make it automatic. And now you can see it has lava in it, so it's generating power. Those others are full. I don't have enough machines on this to really suck the power out of it yet, but I will soon enough. It just happens like crazy. Okay, definitely got some redstone there, so that's good. So now I can make my pulverizer. Looks like I've got everything I need. So let's pull it up. Okay, first of all, I'm going to need some... I don't have any copper. Okay. What do we have here for copper? I'm going to grab the gold and iron while I'm at it. And they're going to go over here. This is not the ultimate place where stuff from the sieves is going to go, but it's where it is for now until I reach a phase in about 10 days where I can do better. Okay, there's 12 powdered copper ore. That's going to make 3 copper ore sand, which is going to make 6 copper ores, which I'm going to need for my pulverizer. I'll grab this iron. Always need more iron, it seems like. Oh, good. There's more redstone coming already. We'll make stuff here and drop it in. Boom, and it's going. Come over here, pick up our copper. There's no copper yet. It hasn't finished cooking. I hate trying to be patient this stage of the game. Lava's doing okay. Fluid transposer's doing okay. Come on, copper. There we go. There's the copper I need. Now we can make the pulverizer. I think I have everything else I need. So we make a couple of copper gears. We make the, I don't even know what this thing's called. Gonna make the machine frame. Kaboom. All right. Now we need a pulverizer. Piston, I'm sorry. And that's that. And now we can make our pulverizer. Okay, let's run it over and hook it up. Now this I want to make sure only get sand for now, so let's grab that. The sag mill is going to make enough sand to keep this running. Change the I/O. Okay. We put the sand in. We set it up to accept. We set it up to expel. And we power it up. And there it goes. Not running terribly fast yet. It'll take a while for the power to come all the way up. But it is spitting out dust. Now, if we look over here, we've got 54 in here. And the dust is starting to be sieved and take care of that. That's good stuff. Well, it looks like I'm done here for today because I can't talk anymore. That was day 36. Hey, I'm Koth Hebo. This is Old Dude Plays Minecraft. As always, please give me a like or a subscribe. Give me a comment. Tell me good or bad. Either way. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day.